Okay, hi, it's Dr. David Moffet here in Burrowing, New South Wales, and I'm joined by Dr. Craig Newman from Merimbula, New South Wales. And we've got something very, very special to chat about tonight, very briefly, to invite the dental profession to, and that is that we're putting on a big dental extravaganza in Merimbula next month. And it's a cat. Is that a cat?
It is a cat. A bit like Howard. Howard's got his cat.
Yeah, it's just like that. But this is a real live video. So, Craig, tell us. You're down the south coast of New South Wales, on the coast. Tell us about the fires down your way. How have they been?
Well, it's been a very surreal, probably 5 or 6 weeks, Dave, when you look at the extent of it. Merimbula fortunately wasn't directly affected or impacted. We're an evacuation centre, but the surrounding areas were absolutely devastated in different degrees over the period of the last 5 to 6 weeks. The fires really came from down north, down through Bermagui, Bateman's Bay, down that area, and then also up from the border fire from Mallacoota after devastated Mallacoota. And so we're this little enclave along the coast, and it's been steadily and progressively creeping up towards us. Unfortunately, it's with the rains over the last few days, appears to have stopped. But it's been quite an intense, 5 or 6 weeks that everyone's experienced.
So a lot of people down there, the firefighters, the community, homeowners. There's been a lot of home loss. There's been some deaths. Firefighters away. How's the community holding up down there, Craig?
We're rallying. It's been pretty tough. Quite a few of my patients have lost houses. My stepsister lost her house in Mallacoota. Some friends have lost people. We lost one of our patients, one of the solos, which is always hard. But like small communities, we will battle on and we'll get moving forward.
So my understanding is that because of the fires all the way down the coast, that stopped people from coming to Merimbula for their vacations. So basically, the holiday economy has been turned on its head.
Oh, totally. It was interesting because the bases were loaded here to start with. Everyone had arrived, for the Christmas break, and then we soon realised that particularly the border fire had huge potential to impact, and so then it was recommended that most people leave, and so in the end, there was quite a mass evacuation, from Merimbula and the surrounding, tourist areas. In fact, Brett Taylor was down here on holidays too, and he eventually, shot off back home as well after the New Year's. So there was a lot of people who got out, because there was still potential for the Eden fire, for the border fire to move up post New Year's.
So for people, from the city, they don't really understand the economic impact that has. So really, Merimbula does most of its business in December, January, early February. Is that correct?
That's a good point. And that's exactly what happens. That it's a small rural coastal community. It relies a lot on the holiday trade. We go from a town of about 5,000 to 6,000 up to about 30,000 to 40,000 people. And all the cafes and restaurants. That's where they do a significant part of their trade. Obviously, throughout the year, it's still active, but to a lesser extent. And to have that number of people suddenly evacuate from the town and to not have them come back, it's really put a real high level of stress on those small local businesses.
So you sent me an email, an article. I think you posted it on Facebook about from the Sydney Morning Herald about if you don't go to Bali, holiday in the areas that are affected. And I reached out to you and said, well, maybe we could put on a dental conference just with Jane doing something. But it's grown from that to now, I think, 13 or 14 speakers, 2 jam-packed days. And what I find exciting about this, and we're putting this on next month in March, is the level of interest that Merimbula itself is having something like this come to Merimbula. So we chatted with your rural fire chief and also Frankie J. Holden, who's going to be doing our MC of our gala dinner event, and they were really excited about the potential of this event making Merimbula a destination for other companies to come and make it a retreat for educational purposes. So you've got you're building a special theatre or venue there for that sort of purpose too?
Correct. The Twyford Hall's undergoing a major renovation at the moment. It's still, I think, what did Frankie say, about 6 months away from completion thereabouts. So that's a little bit down the track for that to be used as a venue. But fortunately, we can use Club Sapphire, which is another outstanding venue anyway. That'll hold, I think Frankie said that'll hold about 200 people with a state-of-the-art AV and so forth down there as well. So, yeah, we're all excited. All
right, so we're looking for dentists to basically bring their troops down for Friday, Saturday, arrive Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. We'll have a small welcome function that night. We'll have 2 days of solid lectures. Now we've got some big names. We've got Howard Ferran and Chris Barrow. They're from overseas, so yep. They're going to be presenting via video link, which is really great. We've also got Tony Sirachi. For those who want a bit of clinical, we've got Jason Pang talking about the use of lasers, and we've also got Lin Lam Newman talking about facial aesthetics as well. So there's something there for everybody, but more importantly, it's an opportunity just to bring your team down to Merimbula, put them up, have a couple of days of R&R and education as well, get your CPD points, help stimulate the Merimbula economy, and really do something for these people who have suffered really through no fault of their own.
Indeed, and there's two aspects to that too, David. There's the direct aspect with, the speakers giving you their time, and any funds that we raise are going straight to the Bega Valley Disaster Relief Fund, and that money is going to go straight out into the community, to the people who actually need it. And then there's the indirect benefit of utilising the local restaurants, cafes, and all the accommodation to help the local businesses as well. It's fantastic, and I'm just overwhelmed with the support from you guys particularly, and hopefully for the rest of the profession to make this an outstanding event.
Well, glad you mentioned that, Craig, and that was part of the thing when I invited everybody to come and speak, that they were doing it without any compensation at all. None of the speakers are going to be paid. They're all paying their own way to get there. Some coming from, we've got one speaker coming from Brisbane, so that's a flight from Brisbane to Canberra and then a drive. Others driving down from New South Wales and also Victoria, but all doing it out of their own pocket. Not 1 cent is being paid or is expected by these people. So generous are they in doing this. The other good thing, Craig, is that for those people who say, well, look, I'd love to help, but I can't get there, they can do a couple of things. They can donate to sponsor a firefighter and their significant other at the gala dinner, donation. Or they can buy a recording of the whole weekend, a video recording, so they'll have access to that information as well. And we've priced the tickets fairly well, $800 for the first person, which is the dentist. And if they want to bring their team, whether their team is 1, 2, 20, they can bring the rest of their team for another $800. So about $1,600, and you get your whole team there. Again, all that money going to the mayoral Bega Valley Relief Fund, which means the money's going to get there directly. It's not going through these big charities that are stockpiling it for future events. It's going to get to the people who need it, because the people who have lost their homes and are struggling with their businesses, they need that money now. So this is a really big event that the dental community can get behind. I'm excited to be part of it. I'm excited to have helped organise it so far, and I'm really looking forward to the effect that it has when we arrive in Merimbula. So those dates, I think we arrive Thursday. Is it Thursday the 19th?
That's correct.
Friday and Saturday the 20th and 21st. Saturday night for the gala dinner. Frankie J. Holden is actually going to be the MC. We're going to have an auction. He's actually promised to sing a couple of songs, which is great. Because I've been waiting, and I know it's a Saturday night, so we're going to call up the boys who've been cruising tonight. I think there's a party on him. It's going to be all right. So I think it's going to be one hell of an event. really something for the dental profession to, dentists are often seen as being very standoffish sort of people, and also they charge too much. Here's something for the dental profession to actually say they're giving something back to the community. So we want people from Canberra to come down. We want people from New South Wales to come in, from Victoria to come in, and Melbourne and Sydney. You can get in on a Rex flight easy.
That's exactly right. And it's about $330 return from either Sydney or Melbourne, and it's about call it a 3-hour drive from Canberra. It's quite an easy drive down, so there's no real reason not to come down, in my view. We're going to have a lot of fun. This Sunday we're looking at the oyster crawl.
I'm looking forward to that.
A bit of fun, and I think you're teeing up some golf with Frankie, aren't you, as well?
Well, depending on who wants to play some golf, that'll be great as well. Otherwise, we'll just enjoy some of the restaurants and cafes. I'm not going back. Jane and I aren't going back till Monday, so I'm really looking forward to making it a good fist of it. And it's been a few years since I've been to Merimbula, so I'm really looking forward to helping out the community down there, Craig. So,
well, unfortunately, we haven't been decimated by the fire, which is great. So, its pristine beauty is largely still there. This recent rain that we've been getting, and we've been fortunate we haven't had the torrential rain that you've had up in Sydney. We've had some nice, steady rain. The Brogo Dam has now gone from 10% up to it's overflowing. So, it's been wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Oh, good. I'm really looking forward to this, Craig. We're going to push this video out on social media. The links will be in the text above, but also in the comments below as well, for people to be able to go and buy their tickets, find out more information, like the Facebook page. It's all on the Facebook page and an Eventbrite page. So, Dr. Craig Newman, thank you very much for helping to get this thing going, and also you are our man on the ground, putting things together as well, and really appreciate the initiative and your contribution, because I think this is really one thing for the dental speaking profession to get together. So glad that we're doing this, and so glad that we can make a difference for the people of Merimbula and the South Coast.
Yeah, thanks, David. So looking forward to it. It should be a really great weekend, and an excellent way to help the community. All
right, mate. Thanks very much, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.